Hello everyone, this is BU Unique. Today, loyalty in marriage is under attack. How could you protect your marriage from destruction? That is what we are going to talk about. Remember, learn like yourself, improve all you have to improve like yourself. So, I mean be you, because you are unique. You've been created with your own personality. So learn like yourself. Uh, Loyalty in marriage is very difficult thing. And which is under attack according to the news we used to listen. So loyalty in marriage is under attack. So to protect your marriage here, you have to be loyal. You have to be loyal to each other. What does it mean? How could you execute this? That is what we are going to talk about. But before before getting in deep, you have to know this. In Mark chapter 10 verse 9, there is words here you have to keep in your mind. Mark. Let me reach there. Mark chapter 10 verse 9. Chapter 10 verse 9. Bible says, therefore, all God has yoked together, let no man put apart. All God has yoked together, let no man put apart. So if you are a man, or you are a wife, it means you have been put together by the God. So there is no man should put you apart. You have to keep this in your mind. In Micah chapter 6 verse 8 is going to show us if this is very important thing to be loyal. Remember, is the God has yoked together. So is and the God is who is yoked together. So you and your wife, you and your husband, you have been put together by God. So He knows how you should keep being together. That is why in Micah chapter 6 verse 8 you are going to see what does God require you to keep being together as the thing that has been put together. In Micah chapter 6 verse 8. Chapter 6 verse 8. He has told you, oh man, what is good? And what is Jehovah requiring of you? Only to exercise justice, to cherish loyalty, and to walk in modesty with your God. Here, a God called Jehovah requires you as a wife, you as husband to cherish loyalty. This is especially important for in your marriage because without loyalty, there is no trust. And trust is an essential thing for love to flourish. So how can you protect your marriage? By being loyal. That is all we are going to talk about. You have to do those two things in order to protect your marriage. You must be determined to do those two things. The first one, make your marriage a priority. In Philippians chapter 1 verse 10, Bible says, Make sure of the more important things. Your marriage is one of the most important things in your life. It deserves priority. It deserves priority. Let us open in Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 9 and see how this is true. Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 9. Enjoy life with your beloved wife all the days of your future life, which he has given you under the sun, all the days of your futurity. For that is your lot in life, and in your hard work, at which your toil under the sun. At the beginning of this verse, Bible says, enjoy your life with your beloved wife, all the days of your future life. You have to enjoy with your beloved wife. Here, God wants you to focus on your mate and enjoy life together. Yes, as it is being recorded in 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 24. He makes it clear that you should never neglect your mate, but rather you both should look for ways to make each other happy. So make your mate feel needed and appreciated. That's the first thing you can do to provide the loyalty in your family, which is under attack. You have to make your marriage a priority. Enjoy life together with your mate. How could you do this? What you can do? Make sure that you regularly spend time together and giving your mate your undivided attention. Make sure that you regularly spend time together, giving your mate your undivided attention. Undivided attention. And think of we instead of me, because you are two. So think of we instead of me. This will provide and will increase loyalty in your family. That's the first thing. Make your marriage a priority. The second thing you have to do is to safeguard your heart. Safeguard your heart. In Matthew chapter 5 verse 28, let us read that verse and show how this is the truth. You have to safeguard your heart. Matthew chapter 5 verse 28. But I say to you that everyone who keeps on looking at a woman so as to have a passion for her has already committed adultery with her in her heart. Everyone who keeps on looking at a woman so as to have a passion for her has already committed adultery with her in her heart. If someone keeps thinking about immoral things, in a sense, he is being unfaithful to his mate. So you have to safeguard your heart. And in Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23, there is another words that show you that you have to pay attention in safeguarding your heart. Chapter 4, verse 23 in Proverbs. Above all the things that you guard, safeguard your heart, for out of it are the sources of life. You have to safeguard your heart. Safeguard your heart. In Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 9. There is another words that show you have to safeguard your heart. Chapter 9. The heart is more treacherous than anything else and is desperate. Who can you know it? Your heart is a big thing. you have to safeguard your heart because it's the source of all the things. By doing this, you must guard your eyes, as we have read in Matthew chapter 5, verse 28. But let us read 29 and 30. How could you do this? 29 of Matthew chapter 5, 29. If now your right eye is making you stumble, tear it out and throw it away from you. For it is better for you to lose one of the For it is better for you to lose one of your members than your whole body to be pitched into Gehenna. Also, if your right hand is making you stumble, cut it off and throw it away from you. For it is better for you to lose one of their members than your whole body to land in Gehenna. So that is how we should save your God, by guarding your eyes. So in Job chapter 31 verse 1, Job, who made a covenant with his eyes never to look with desire at another woman. So be determined never to view pornography, and be resolved to avoid any romantic attachment to a person other than your mate. How could you do this? Could you do this or execute this? Make it obvious to others that you are completely committed to your mate. Another one, consider your mate's feelings and immediately end any relationship that will make your mate uncomfortable. That was about the second thing you have to do in order to increase loyalty in your marriage. Safeguard your heart. Let us make a small review. We know and we saw that loyalty in marriage is under attack. But there are two things you have to do in order to increase loyalty in your family. First one, make your marriage priority. As it has been recorded in Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 9, Jehovah wants you to focus on your mate and enjoy life forever. Jehovah is the name of God, I think. Yes, that's true, that is the name of God. And make sure you regularly spend time together, giving your mate undivided attention, and think of we instead of me. The second one you should do in order to increase loyalty in your marriage, safeguard your heart. This has been written in Proverbs chapter 4 verse 20 and Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 9. You must safeguard your heart by safeguarding your eyes. Make it obvious to others that you are completely committed to your mate, and consider your mate's feelings and immediately end any relationship that will make your mate uncomfortable. At the end, how could you do your part in order to increase your loyalty? Yes, be honest with yourself and identify your weaknesses. And do not be embarrassed to ask for help. In Proverbs chapter 1 verse 5, there is something which is very important you have to know. In Proverbs chapter 1 verse 5, a wise person listens and detects in more instruction. A man of understanding acquires skillful direction. So do not be embarrassed to ask for help about your weaknesses. If you have moral faults, keep on fighting them. Do not be discouraged. God, or Jehovah, will bless your efforts to remain loyal to your mate. Thank you so much. Let us let you to take a homework. How can you make more time with your mate? Is your mate your best friend? Let us check on this, and also your marriage will be so beautiful. Place to live. Thank you so much for coming. Keep being you, unique. See you